John, comedians are often thought of as men who have made their way to the top without any formal schooling. Would you say your college education was a significant advantage?
As I said, I think with the change in comedy and the awareness of the young element coming up nowadays, they've seen a lot more than we did when we were kids. Their entertainment's right at their fingertips. I think it gives me an advantage in the type of material I do, that I try to keep abreast of what's going on, and you can change. So I think an education can be a help in anything, of course.
People talk a lot about Johnny Carson, and he's become such a icon, and he's so revered that sometimes everyone's talking about how amazing he was, but they're not telling you why. And if you really look at the nuts and bolts of it, he was the complete package. He's physically he's a great physical comedian with a lot of grace. Great at playing comedic moments the way any great improviser, Will Ferrell or Steve Carell would. He could play those moments perfectly with the Jack Benny takes. Great at coming up with one-liners off the cuff, a great ad-libber. But he was also an intellect.
I was born in the Midwest. I was born in Iowa, raised in Nebraska. And are you from Nebraska? Where from?
Valentine.
I know Valentine, Nebraska. What?
Small.
It is. Well, most towns in Nebraska are small. How small is it?
He never forgot his good friends from his youth ever, or his Nebraska ties.
I know that he was one of the most generous men I ever met, but all in kind of secret.
We never heard about it till we read it in the paper. Picked up the paper and said, Johnny Carson. He never told us. He just did it.
And that exemplifies Johnny Carson, the man. He didn't show off. He was a showman, but he didn't show off. He just got the job done. And, here it is. And the same way about his generosity. He didn't want a lot of people to know about that.
It worked that way because he wanted it to. And that's the same thing, I think, with his relationship with the university, is in that he never forgot where he got his beginnings.